Hey guys, and welcome to another video. In this video we will be discussing two things. We will firstly be discussing the Flash Shadows trailer, or the trailer 2 of The Flash Season 5. And there's also a bunch of leaked photos of the Captain Marvel movie. But yeah. And the reason I'm talking about two things in this video, different Arrowverse, one is Arrowverse, one is MCU, is because I didn't think both of these things could get individual videos. I don't think there was enough in both of these things to get individual videos for themselves, so I just put them into one big video. Let me know if you prefer them being in separate videos or one big video. Please tell me in the comments. That would really help me of where to go with this channel. But firstly, I am going to be going over the Captain Marvel news, and the Flash news will be later in the video. So just, go to later in the video if you're only here for the Flash news. So firstly, there is the suit, which looks absolutely fantastic. One of the best suits, I think, in the MCU. It looks so cool. Then we see Carol Danvers in a plane along with her friend Maria Rambeau, who we know the name of because it says it on the freaking plane. And then we see Carol Danvers, who, I don't know, but she really just kind of reminds me of, of how Steve looked in Winter Soldier, and I'll talk again about Winter Soldier soon. Then we see another character who is, digitally created, kind of like how we saw with Tony Stark in Civil War. This time it's Nick Fury, and just like Tony Stark, he looks absolutely amazing, like the CGI and what they did with his face. He looks like he did in his young days, Samuel L. Jackson, and I think he looks really cool how he looks in the CGI. I just hope it won't be crappy in the movie. And as you can see on his eye, there is a little bit of, there's a scar on it. I don't think that is like some poison that's spreading throughout his eye or something. I just think that is like foreshadowing, just to put in the movie there for foreshadowing to how Fury eventually loses his eye, how he loses his eye as we saw in Winter Soldier. And then we see Captain Marvel and Rowan the Accuser, Rowan the Accuser, of course, was the villain of Guardians of the Galaxy, and Captain Marvel is a new character in this movie who I guess is the one that gives Carol Danvers her powers to become Captain Marvel. And then we see the first look of the Skrull, which look, in my opinion, a lot of people don't like it. I don't get why. I think the Skrull look really cool. And this was exactly how I expected them to look, actually, and their look do not disappoint. And here is their leader, but yeah, this is their leader, and he is, I don't know his name, but he is also this guy. As you can see, the old guy who is working for S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, I'm guessing that he is, he is working for S.H.I.E.L.D., but is secretly a Skrull, and I'm guessing he is the one that Nick Fury trusts, and he is that Skrull that eventually, betrays Fury, and, gets with the Skrull and pokes out his eye or something, because Fury said in Winter Soldier that last time he trusted someone, he lost his eye, and I guess that the person he trusted was this old guy who was revealed to be a Skrull and, well, did something to Nick Fury's eye. And here we see Captain Marvel and her whole gang approaching Rowan the Accuser. Now, her gang, they are wearing the green suits, which we saw in other promotional photos, and her gang, it looks pretty cool. I don't know the names of all of them, obviously, but they do look really cool, and I like the armor they're wearing. I'm just glad that isn't the actual, the suit she'll be wearing in the entire movie. But those are my thoughts on Captain Marvel. I think the suit looks great, the Skrull look great, and I think the main, Skrull villain, who's that old guy, is going to be very interesting, and I really would like to see his dynamic with Fury. I think this movie will be kind of like Winter Soldier, and I think it can possibly be as good as Winter Soldier and Black Panther. I think those two movies are about the same as of how good they are, but I think this movie could possibly be the same, be that good, because I do have extremely high hopes for Captain Marvel, and I hope it doesn't disappoint. Anyways, that was the Captain Marvel stuff. Now we're moving on to the Flash Shadows trailer breakdown. Now this shot here seems to be in the future. I think the most likely thing is that this is from the future, but what I was immediately thinking when I saw this was Flash Museum, because as you can see in the background, there is what seems to be a museum, and I've been wanting to see the Flash Museum on the show since, like, the first season. I think this could possibly be our first look at the Flash Museum, but not in the present day. Like, maybe in the future, we get a flashback of Nora where she's, like, in the Flash Museum or something, looking at, like, a picture of Barry Allen, saying, like, Barry Allen in honor of something. I think the Flash Museum. So, obviously, we have actually, believe it or not, seen the Flash Museum in the show before, which was when in season 1, the finale, when Barry was running through time, we saw the Flash Museum. Now, this doesn't really look that similar to the Flash Museum, and I mean, I guess it could be the Flash Museum in the future. And like the number one thing I've been wanting to see of the Flash was, of course, the Flash ring, but now we have got that. We are getting that this season, so why not just bring in the Flash Museum also, because I really, really want to see it be introduced. So then we see Joe basically getting visited by Cicada. He's sitting there, Cicada's in the background, standing there, and I think I don't hope that Joe gets killed. Of course, I don't hope that. I think that would be just way too hard for Barry, but my biggest wish this season is that Joe and Cecile leave town with their baby and maybe Wally, which could explain why he leaves. But yeah, and then when they leave, this could be in their new house, and then right when they've like moved in, Cicada comes and visits Joe or something. Nevertheless, I do think Joe will survive this encounter. So we see a lot of Cicada actually in this trailer, and we hear a Wells talking about Cicada, like how he hides in the darkness. I don't know if that is Harry Wells or the new Sherlock Wells. I really don't know. I'm guessing it's the new Sherlock Wells. And then finally, in the final shot of the trailer, we see again Cicada with the lightning bolt dagger, which again, I think it's a little bit too small. It could be bigger, but it still looks incredibly, incredibly awesome. Probably like the best looking weapon in the Arrowverse. But that's it for the Shadows trailer. In which one are you most hyped for? Are you most hyped for Captain Marvel or The Flash Season 5? But that was the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, which one are you most hyped for? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.